Hi, I'm the Two-Tip Lady, and I love giving tips to help make life more simple. I've got a question for you. Have you got a best friend? Well, I was out walking with mine the other day. He became my best friend when I was 16. He was 18. And oh, do I dare tell you how long it's been since then? It's been a long time. Well, brisk walks stimulate brisk thinking, I reckon, so as we zipped along I asked him, what 2 things would have made a huge difference to your life, and consequently our lives, if you'd known them when you were 16? It didn't take him long to respond. He said, make goals and write them down. If you write a goal down, you can think about it and refine it. Then once you've decided it's a firm goal, work out the steps you need to take to achieve it. Know your goal, then imagine that you've achieved it, that you're standing right there when you've done it. Then think backwards. Yeah, think backwards. Pretend you're standing at the spot where you've achieved your goal now. Take a step backward and write down the last step you took before achieving it. Then take another step back from that and write it down. And keep doing it till you get back to where you are right now. Then you'll have mapped out in your mind a path so that you can take small steps that are going to get you to your goal. You must think about the end result that you want and work your way backwards. Righto, good advice. So then I put him on the spot. I asked him if he'd ever thought to do that when he was 18. And could he think of one example of how life might have been very different if he had done that? Well, didn't take him long to answer this time either. He said, well, I had a dream that I wanted to be a medical doctor. But my dream was airy-fairy. I didn't put it in writing, and I never really thought about the steps I'd need to take to get there. I lived from moment to moment without a plan. It seemed impossible anyway. Where would the money come from? How would I study better so that my marks would be even better? If I'd had a plan, I think those things would have taken care of themselves. He said this quite wistfully. Well, he's been a science and maths teacher now, instead, for years. And he's loved it. Working with young people every day. Most of them have got no clue where they'd want to be in 5, 10 or 15 years, or even next year for that matter. And perhaps the bottom line is that we need to encourage young people in our families as well as dream ourselves. Then plan and take action. So there's our first tip. Dream, plan and write it down. And my next tip really is the very next thing. Here it is. Bet you can't guess it. Take the first step today. We wish we'd had someone in our lives who encouraged us to do this, but we didn't. Do you have young ones in your family? Then encourage them to do these very things. Think backwards and step forwards. I love what David wrote in the Psalms. He said, "Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore." And ask him to guide us into that path. So, dream, plan, write it down. Take the first step, think backwards, and step forward. That's it from the Two-Tip Lady who loves to simplify things.